Hello, thanks for joining our program today. Her voice, her strength, here on NTA Channel 12 Uyo. Another beautiful moment to know you're there watching us. I am Dora Okobase. A very great delight and knowing that you have also tuned in today for an interesting edition. Today, we shall be looking at women involvement in entrepreneurial skills in Nigeria, in Akwa Ibom State, and everywhere, even in that your little corner. And I won't be doing this alone. I have a very dynamic gentleman beside me who will be sharing this moment with. He is no other than Pastor Imoy Kenyon, also known as 1 Million Job. He is the special assistant to Akwa Ibom State Governor on Entrepreneurial Studies. This is a very big feat, trying to touch lives even from the grassroots and raising people who wouldn't be idle, but he encourages hard work. I think one of his philosophies is that you don't have to wait for the government to do one or two for you. You have to use your hands, use your talent, your God-given talent, and do something for yourself, especially when it has to do with informal skill acquisition. I think he is in a better place to explain more. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you so much, Pastor Imoy Kenyon, also known as 1 Million Job, for being my guest on the program.
Thank you, the pretty Dora. God bless you.
Amen.
Thank you. What our slogan is that your talent is your job and your millions. Your talent is your job and your millions.
Okay, your talent is your job and your millions. Okay, which means you can actually make so much money from your own talent. What God has embedded in you. Your talent is what God has given to you naturally. You were born with it. And maybe it's might need a little training, but you have that inborn ability, capability of doing a certain thing. So when you set your hands on doing that thing, it is perfect, and it can produce money. It can produce and take you to an enviable heights that maybe the government job wouldn't have given to you, or whatever job that you would want to, maybe private job or what, wouldn't have been able to pay you that much. So it's good for you to use your hands to do something. Okay, Pastor Imoy Kenyon, let's just start like this. In Nigeria, in Akwa Ibom State, because this is a program designed for women, family, and every sector. And now you are a business person coming in to interact on this program and to talk about business, to talk about entrepreneurial skills, to talk about entrepreneurial studies. So far, so good. Have you seen women coming out en masse to look for skills, to crave skills? Because when you look at our society today, every young graduate would want to be employed. They are looking for, a lot of people are looking for white collar jobs. A lot of people are waiting for one empowerment or the other to get things done for them. Have you seen a lot of women also craving skills? And how effective, how much have they put in to ensure productivity?
Well, I want to first of all thank you for that question, but then at the same time, first thing I want to do before I answer your question is to correct an impression. I don't like this word, informal. Everything that you see that is formalized was actually informal. Okay. And someone formalized it. So I don't like that word. It is a word that is actually commonizing the skilled, and the creative ingenuity. I know you are using it, people are using it to qualify the aspect of unknown area or things, maybe sometimes that people didn't take serious. You understand? So I may think that terminology is actually working for that. But then it is not a good terminology that we want to encourage, and I don't want to.
Okay, you don't like the word informal to be used.
Everything is formal.
Okay.
Because like when you talk about the Calbens and all the people that actually invented the first automobile engine, and you could say that he didn't find it anywhere, but he got it from the inspiration of God through the engines of a horse and all that, and human, and he believed that could be done in machine. So now let me come back to the question you were asking me. In fact, I am so much happy and encouraged, and then I'm proud of the women. In 1 million job skill varsity, I must say, we have predominantly the majority of the people that we've touched are women. And a lot of them are doing well, serious in it. Like the other day, one of them came out. It was after too much of curiosity and all that. He said, I want to come out and tell the world. I want to come out and tell the world that I didn't believe in skill. I thought it would not bring anything. But right now, is what I'm using to keep my family and also support my husband in paying bills and all that. So the women are trying seriously. Even there was a day I asked in 1 million job skill varsity training, I said, does it mean that men are not in the community any longer? Because it happens to be that wherever we go to, we see predominantly women coming out for the training. And I'll see that the future of the women in nearest future, it might be like we have in America, that America will have a lot of billionaires, women billionaires, and it started like this, because when you are drumming out and people that comes out are women, automatically by the time they find fit, they will make they will make wealth, and then automatically there's no how you can take them to the back. No. They must actually, because wealth has a way of making somebody to be, an authority, But like what I advise them, I said, by the time you become a billionaire, understand that nature has it that a man is the superior and is the one that is in charge, so that your money will not get into your head and you believe that you'll be ordering men, because that is what is actually creating a lot of unmarried women, women, ladies in overseas, especially US and the rest, because they have actually made money such that they are no longer loyal and submissive again. So I'm advising our women. But
No, Pastor Enterprenural, I won't take that from you. I'm not sure any woman would be proud just because she can make money or she has money. But I think, I don't know how African men actually define submission. When a woman stands up for herself and say, guy, this thing, you shouldn't do it like this. African men see it as a challenge. They see that kind of woman as a woman who is not submissive. But in that case, when a man is working, a woman is also maybe into skill and also bringing food to the table or bringing whatever to the table and also earning a living from whatever she does. I don't think for any woman to stand up for herself is like she's not submitting.
No. Let me come in here.
Okay.
A little, because that's not the main point today. But let me come in here to balance the whole argument. The point I'm making is that once a woman, what I see in most women is that once they are able to take care of themselves, fend for themselves, buy a car, build a house and all that, it kills the submission. The submission is not like they are going to insult the husband, but they are looking at the husband that he has nothing to offer again. And what for? No, that's what I'm seeing in so many women. What for? What can you do for me? And then before you know it, some of them subscribe to believing that if I need a man today, I hire a man and the man will do whatever he wants to do and me, I get out and go my way. So it's not a way, it's not a balanced argument. But I'm only saying that, like I teach my people, I taught them in 1 million job skill varsity. I told them, when you make money, understand the nature that God says that a man should be, submissive to the husband.
The woman.
A woman should be submissive to the husband. So that's what I'm trying to advise them. But I know that women are coming out seriously, and I like it, because when a woman is developed, automatically the community, the society, the village, the family is developed.
Okay, Pastor Enterprenural, also known as 1 million job. At this point, I want to ask you this question before we get deeper into your achievements so far and what programs you have at hand. Before, women were known as this parasitic kind of humans, those who depended on the men for this, that, and all of that. But I think the narrative has changed, these days. And sometimes a lot of men were always taking advantage of these women because number one, they considered women as very weak people, and then they also felt that, oh, if I don't give her, where would she get it? And a lot of things came in, like the violence, abuse, beatings and punches, and sometimes sexually assaulted, because he knows he is the only one that can provide, and the woman sometimes is not working, or she can't also make ends meet, or she can't also earn a living without the support of the man. So far so good. All those things are also changing. Now we come to a point where men were also okay, let me not say men, so that it won't be as if I'm accusing the men. The society also thought that women are sexual objects, where they can just use money, exchange money, and have a carnal knowledge of a woman at any point in time. They need a woman. Do you still see that working, since you say that women are coming up to acquiring skills, to entrepreneurial development in the country and in the states? Do you still see women placing themselves in that kind of commercial sexual object and trade by barter kind of thing? You sleep with me, give me 2,000, or sleep with me, give me 5 million, and all of that. Is it still prevalent in our society today?
No, automatically it's reducing, because once like the Golden Messiah, His Excellency says that we should choose production, not consumption. And that's the background that we're using to do our program, entering all the nooks and crannies of Akwa Ibom State and beyond. So what I'm saying is that once you that a woman can only be subjected to those things, not productive. Because like in our adage, they said a woman a come. So automatically, once you are not able to be productive, you have lost your sense of reason and pride, and that's what will subject you to anything that comes.
Okay.
But to me, I want to say that in a society where men that are engaging themselves in beating a woman and all that, automatically to me, I'm
using women as sex objects,
and all that, I'm not taking them as real men.
Okay.
Because automatically you have lost the sense of reasoning.
All right.
Men were to be caring for women. A woman is a pride. A woman is a star. A woman is everything that a man needs. You can't do without a woman. Could not do without a woman. And God now created Eve. He was a partner. He's not a kind of a sex mate, or he's not somebody that when he come you bully. I cannot remember when I actually touch my wife. How can I touch what I lack? What is part of me? It's wrong. We discuss issues and we settle. Sometimes I give her away when I know that, because I assume a woman to be a deputy governor while I am the governor. Sometimes I give it to the deputy governor for peace to reign. I say, yeah, I remember. But I know that if it is something that was wrong, at a point when you see it yourself, you will take to my own. There were certain things that my wife did not understand with time. But as I allow her, she makes the mistake, and then by mistakes, at each time I talk, sometimes she said that from saying your point, you always have a point. I said, if your point is more superior than me, take. But if your own is superior than me, I will also take. So we balance it. So when bunching a woman and all that is something that we should write it off. It is wrong. It does not show the maturity, and then the man that God created does not show it in us.
Okay, at this point, Pastor Enterprenural, let's move away from that angle of abuse, because just like you have said, it has not been completely exterminated from our society, but it has reduced. Okay, at this point, we shall go on a commercial break, and when we return, this discussion continues. Please don't go away.
Imagine a world where every woman's voice is heard, every story is told, and she is empowered. Think of a world where women rise above challenges, shattered glass ceilings, and inspire generations. Welcome to Her Voice, Her Strength, where we celebrate the unbreakable spirits of women. Join us as we share stories of resilience, courage, and triumph. Hear from women who are changing the world, one voice at a time. Together we shall amplify conversations that shape our lives and empower each of us to being our best selves. Don't miss Her Voice, Her Strength on NTA Channel 12 Uyo, on Facebook and on YouTube every Saturday by 5:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Join the movement. Amplify her voice.
All right, welcome back to the program Her Voice, Her Strength, airing on NTA Channel 12 Uyo. I forgot to tell you, this is an independent program, and we would also like you to partner with us. All the women groups, you can partner with this program to ensure it still is on this platform for your viewing pleasure. I am still your host, Dora Okobase. You can also access this program on Facebook and on YouTube, NTA Uyo. If you go to Facebook, NTA Uyo, and on YouTube, the same identity or the same address to access the station on YouTube, NTA Uyo or NTA Channel 12 Uyo. You can also watch on Star Times, and NTA is everywhere. Thank you so much for always keeping faith. I am still here with my guest, Pastor Enterprenural, who is the Special Assistant to Akwa Ibom State Governor on Entrepreneurial Studies, joining this discussion. And let's talk about skill acquisition and how far women are also coming in to ensure that no one is idle, to ensure that we have enough to eat. Everybody has something to bring to the table. Pastor Enterprenural, since you were sworn in as the Special Assistant to the Governor on Entrepreneurial Studies in Akwa Ibom State, how far so far? How have you been? How has it been? What are your programs that are pushing development? Because before now, when you were still on the streets trying to gather your momentum and you're trying to gather your team, I felt so much zeal. I felt so much energy coming from, positive energy at that coming from your end. So now that Akwa Ibom State Governor has seen your abilities, your creativity, your strength, to also bring development to the state and also help other people to move from a zero level to a level of productivity. What have you done so far? How is it going? What are your programs?
Well, thank you. First of all, I want to say I thank God for everything, because I said man proposes but God disposes. I want to say in my own little effort, we've actually tried to see how we can interpret or how we can also support the Arise agenda of the golden era. Arise agenda of the golden Messiah, like we call him in 1 Million Job Skill Varsity. So what we do is that we look at the Arise agenda. What is the Arise agenda all about? And we look at it is about education, is about entrepreneurships and all that. It's about chartered educators, it's about seeing how we can do better, it's about choosing production, not consumption. So we actually draw up a model program. First of all, we call it Challenge Hunger with Skill. Challenge Hunger with Skill. And that one was what we try to tell the people that don't think, oh, I am hungry. And then the only thing that can rescue you from that hunger, although we don't have that, we don't experience that in Akwa Ibom State because of the leadership that we have. So what we did was just trying to see how we can enlighten the youth that you need to challenge hunger with skill, that there is no man that God has not given skill. Then there again, we now move into what the governor really wants, the golden Messiah really wants. He said we should choose production. We now come up with another one, Arise like the golden Messiah one. The golden Messiah is actually His Excellency, due respect, is actually a skill graduate, like we call them. Everyone that has skill, we call them skill graduates. Is someone that actually a chef, and is into hotel business and is doing it diligently. So we now said, if the golden Messiah, His Excellency, can rise through skill, any other person can do that. So we now come up with that program, Arise like the golden Messiah, and choose production, not consumption. And what do? We look at it that the majority of the people that are suffering or that are actually not knowing what is happening are those in the interior, Then we now move into interior. for the fact that the Golden Messiah has come to give us a push and support, and we have a car to run around. And then we had to say, I said, the purpose of giving me a car was for me to go to work, to encourage me in walking. I had to move into the interior. And in fact, we've taught the whole villages where people cannot. Sometimes when we get there, they said God will bless the Golden Messiah, His Excellency. That this is the first time that the government program has come to their area. They became so excited. They said for very long years, people have not been coming to us. We don't even know what is happening. Sometimes we get there, they don't even know that the Golden Messiah is doing what? Is empowering people. Like on Saturday, we are going to Eket. That's under Federal Constituency Town Hall meeting and empowerment. So some of them don't know. So many, thousands don't even know what is happening. So we try to bring them in, enlighten them. And we told them that the background of it is for you to have skill. If you don't have skill and your name is not somewhere, you may not be, maybe in the portal, you may not be part of it. And like the Golden Messiah said, that is coming for the people, because democracy is the government of the people, by the people. We now enlighten them of this. We told them that the governor is caring for you. We told them that you need to have something doing. And we also enlightened them that it is not all the time you depend on government. That in abroad, in China and other places, the government depend on people. Like for example, the Sterling Global we have today is actually a private company. And the mobile we had before they now sold to another company, is a private company. And all these are the companies sustaining a whole country economy. So you can do same. So it's not all the time we believe that government should do everything, that the government is just to set up a policy. And the policy is for us to follow. It's a direction that they've given to us. We enlightened them on this. And we told them that when you choose production, you won't beg. When you choose production, you will return, you will get your pride of place. When you choose production, you have now fulfilled the mission of God in your life. Because God says that a lazy man shall not feed. So we are doing all this. And in all, the Golden Messiah saw it that it is good for us to be in the center. And then he now moved progressively. And what do? We have to follow progressively. So we come up with a program called Arise Progressive Movement Skill Training. TAC, choose production, not consumption, as the Golden Messiah rightly said. So that's what we are holding. And right now, we are moving into interior. We want to move even across. We want to move across because our sisters, our brothers must be touched too. That's in the neighboring states on this program, that the Arise program that is coming up from Akwa Ibom State. Because if you are developed and your neighbor is not, it is becoming a threat to you.
Okay, so, Pastor Imoboyon, please hold on for a while.
Yeah.
Are you sure you have gotten into the grassroots, like you have gotten into the hinterlands in Akwa Ibom State, not to talk of going outside the state to empower people or to train people on skills? Are you sure that every Akwa Ibom child is adequately trained, especially those who have the interests of entrepreneurial skills? Have you been able to do that to a greater percentage before you consider going to other states for partnership, or you want to go and help other people?
Let me come in this way. I'm not done enough. We've not done enough, but it's all only me. By the grace of God, other people are doing it. But at the same time, we are not relaxing. Because that's my responsibility. That's what the governor sent me to do, and that's what we're doing. So we are not relaxing. So what we do is that as I'm talking to you on Monday, we are setting our motion to go to Ikorawasi, Utaiwa, all those interior that people don't know what is happening, and we're setting our motion to touch the whole 31 local government in preparation to our the celebration of the Golden Messiah. Because when a father sends you to school, or train you or support you in business, that person would want to see your results, your progress report. So on this September, we choose September being the date of Akwa Ibom State to bring out what we've been able to do, what the people we have touched, to celebrate this person that has actually, this Golden Messiah that has come with the model of training, with a model of empowerment. 500,000 2 million, 3 million, 5 million, 10 million climbers. And then he even promised that you'll be taken to China if you do well. So we are preparing this ground for the Golden Messiah to be able to actualize what he came for Akwa Ibom State in ancient. So for that, we said we are moving progressively. And we said, arise, progressive movement, free skill training. And the good thing about it that since the Golden Messiah has given us the support, before we used to get money to keep the dream ahead, on. Now we are doing it totally free. The aspect of training is free. We don't pay cover. The chemical, we bought them. The lecturer, we pay them. Sometimes we put them in hotel if we don't have a comfortable place for them to stay within that enclave. And we make sure that we run the training and train you. Not only training you, when we train you, we put you in a watch. See how you are faring with that skill. And then we can come back to be giving you moral support and also create a platform. Our platform, 1 Million Job Skill Varsity platform on YouTube and all that, is for them to advertise their products and also be linked to the outside world. You know, we taught them on AI and in the local language so that they understand, because even when they become Magara, so when somebody tells you you're stupid and you don't know that he's telling you stupid, you may be clapping hand. So that's what we're trying to do, by the grace of God.
Right, Pastor Enterprenural, thank you so much for bringing a little understanding to that aspect of which we didn't, a lot of people, a lot of Akwa Ibom people didn't know. I did not know. And so you have brought light into it. I appreciate you for that. But before we continue, we take another break. And when we return, the discussion continues. Please don't leave us alone.
Imagine a world where every woman's voice is heard, every story is told, and she is empowered. Think of a world where women rise above challenges, shattered glass ceilings, and inspire generations. Welcome to Her Voice, Her Strength, where we celebrate the unbreakable spirits of women. Join us as we share stories of resilience, courage, and triumph. Hear from women who are changing the world, one voice at a time. Together we shall amplify conversations that shape our lives and empower each of us to being our best selves. Don't miss Her Voice, Her Strength on NTA Channel 12 Uyo, on Facebook and on YouTube every Saturday by 5:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Join the movement. Amplify her voice.
All right, welcome back. This is Her Voice, Her Strength, airing on NTA Channel 12 Uyo. Don't forget, it is an independent program that welcomes partnership, it welcomes sponsorship, it also welcomes advertisement. So do well to reach out to us on our numbers displayed on the screen for you to follow up. Even when you want to come here live, you can call us, reach the producer, or you reach out to the management of NTA, and you will be briefed on how to come on the program. Don't forget, you can watch us on YouTube, you can watch us on Facebook, NTA Uyo, and you can also drop your comments, your constructive criticism, and your positive encouragements. Yes, it can be by cash, it can be by kind. Thank you so much. I am so your host, Dora Okobase. The program has not ended. Pastor Enterprenural, you have talked about so many things that you are putting in place to ensure that the program that you have continues and even extends to the borders of other states. Now, you would be going to a place like Ikorabasi local government area, and I'm sure there are so many political actors that are from that area. So what are you taking to that place? What skill are you taking to that place? What programs are you taking to that place? And have you been there before? How willing will the people be, to come learn this kind of skill that you want to offer?
Well, what we do is that we have, once we train the people, we also engage them to also link others, So that's how that's the network we are operating on. So again, we are going to take solar engineering, and we're going to take, in agro, we take snaring, we take poultry, we take fishery, We take pest control production because we know once you have a chemical that can kill all those insects, your farm will grow properly. And we also take grass attack, things that will kill the weed, and that you can be able to flow in that aspect. We also take paraffin oil production because most of the chemical that we're using in producing so many things can be sourced locally. So what we do, we discover that if the cosmetics that we're using now, the paraffin oil, we have a way of producing it here. So we take that, and we're also in the area of cosmetics, we train you on soap making, tablet soap, liquid soap, perfume, and so many other ones. In the area of catering, we train you on custard production. We train you on cake making, bread, and so many other ones. I'm mentioning few, but there are a lot of. Then in the other area, in tailoring, we also take tailoring, but then tailoring is a skill that we give time. So we take you out of the clustering and put you in a place where we have a professional that can take you on that so that you do better.
Okay,
so that's what we do.
Yeah, Pastor, in my opinion, I want to ask this question before I forget. Now, you keep on training people. How do you empower them? How do they start up? How do they stand on their own after being trained? Is the government giving any empowerment packages to them, or how do you relate? How do you get support from the government and to these people? Because, for example, you train somebody on cake making, or you train somebody on custard making, just like you mentioned, or you train someone on solar production or solar management or whatever, solar installation and all of that, and repairs. Now, how do you empower that person that after the training, the person will have somewhere to sit, the tools to work with, and how does the person build from there?
Thank you. The question is very important, and then to me, empowerment, number one, is the skill that you have. Secondary empowerment is the support you get from people, and this empowerment can come by way of you having patronage. But like I told you that we call His Excellency, due respect, the one that actually gave me the appointment. We call him the Golden Messiah, not like a title because he merited it. We were praying for it, for he to come, but then now we're seeing it. So he has drawn up a package of empowerment program, 3 BOOMLET, in BOOMLET's Entrepreneurship Accelerated Program. He has drawn, that's why I'm telling you that he has drawn up a program where he gives 500,000, like in back, he gave 500,000 to 400 people. Not only about all the local government, all the senatorial district that we've touched. He's giving that. And he gave some people 2 million, he gave some people 3 million, he gave some people 5 million, he gave some people 10 million. So that program is on. But not everybody at the same time. And what do we do? When we train, we cluster the name and then also reserve them so that we can give it to the government. And anytime that the government wants to, they now take from the portal, because we have a portal where we capture our people in. And that portal is the portal that the government are using to select these people that they are empowering. So that is on ground. But like I always advise, that don't believe only in the government empowerment. And how do we do to help them? We tell them that, you're a solar engineer, you're a solar installer, then all you need to do is that every home that you see that they're building, make sure that the builder, the contractor knows you. The owner of the building knows you. Go and drop your phone number there. Let the person contact you. And once you are able to be honest and you do it rightly, that person will give you another job. And that's what we do. Even the paint maker that we produce, that we actually generated, we encourage them to get shops. And like if you go around now, not making mouth, a lot of our members are having paint shops around. So what they do is that when you go there, you consult them. Once you consult them, they come there and make quality paints. Quality paints, I'm telling you. And paint your house, you'll be marveled about it. So that's how we empower them. And because we are telling them that don't only wait for government. Because in this area, especially Africa, we all believe government. But you on your own. Like the other time, somebody was saying that he's producing bread, he has a lot of customer, he's looking for a car to use. Even the governor is giving out car. But I'm saying, I told that person, go and partner with a car owner, somebody that has a bus. You know, once you partner with that person, number one, that person will repair the bus himself because that's his business. But if you should own that bus yourself, the repair, everything will be on the burden of the organization. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? So, but then if you partner, they are like, here, we don't like partnership. And again, how do you empower yourself? Once we train you in soap production or whatever thing that we're doing, you need to make sure that the people, somebody that you know, a brother around, knows. But I want to commend the chairman of Itina local government. We trained the people in his area. He called us, we trained the people in his area, and he supported them. He supported them with polo, with uniform to wear and come. He also supported them. He came out and enlightened them that this is your own time. Take this opportunity. And that's what we do. Like in Ibono, the chairman, she's a woman like you. She supported our people. She made us to train so many thousands. And she accommodated some of them and helped them, you know. And like I told them that even the soap, that organic soap that we're training you, organic soap is sold 10,000 naira. But you can take like 3,000 to prepare it. Is that not a big money? The oil companies around, like we enlighten them. Make sure you go to them. If what's come to us, you give them the product sample. Let them use it. And once they use it, let me surprise somebody. I am using this to advise my people that sees me anywhere. And so I shocked you. There was a product that we made, and we needed people to be convinced that we're doing good product. I gave it out. I gave about 3-4 people. As I'm talking to you now, we have a contract of supplying those people. At every time, once the product, that is a liquid wash, once the product finishes, they will call us to bring. It was because they are convinced that we're producing quality product. But if I had waited, believing that they should come to me, will it happen? No. So most of the times we believe that, government. So let us forget government of a thing now. Use your knowledge. Because the Bible says, my people perish for lack of knowledge. Let people know. The only problem we have in this part of the world, we were looking at skill education, like I always say, as things of the literate. Then I now come with this theory. If you are saying that skill education is for the literate, once you are done in school, is it not employment you want? So if you are employed at the paint industry, do you now regard the paint maker as an illiterate? Am I making sense with what I'm saying? Who is really illiterate between you and you, that you are being employed either as an accountant to count the money, paint money, or a marketer to market paint that you said is for the literate? So who's really the illiterate? Let me tell the world, let me use this chance to tell the world that skill education is the way out. Check out China. That's what makes them. Check out America. That's what makes them. Check out this thing. I tell you that technology does not speak English. That's why most times when you see us running the training, I don't like using English. But I use English now because I'm communicating to the world. You understand? But it is not the measure of intelligence. So, but we so embrace the skill, the English education, and believe that is all and all. And the certificate, you own the certificate, you have the knowledge, you need job somewhere. But if you have a job on your own and do it, is there anything bad there? So we should understand that this is what will take us out, like the Golden Messiah said, that we should choose production. Because he certainly knows that what took him out to become a governor is a chef. You know, he's a good chef. You understand? It's a hotel business that he's doing, and he's doing it diligently, like the Bible says. Show me a man that is diligent in his work, he will stand before kings and queens. And that's why you see America standing before kings and queens. And that's why you see China standing before kings and queens. And they don't speak English. If you want to say that, then they are speaking Chuchua, but you see rolling flyovers, you see flying cars and all that. It is a product of creativity, where you don't allow people to be creative. You know, when you are killing creative industry, you are killing your people, you are killing your economy.
Okay, Pastor, in my opinion, it's like you're really particular about speaking English or speaking English. Is the language you speak whether English or the local language or any other language, can it be a barrier to productivity? Can it be a barrier to skill acquisition? Can it be a barrier to entrepreneurial studies or entrepreneurial acquisition?
No, certainly.
Really?
Communication can be a barrier. Let me tell you how it comes. When my grandfather, I'm from a royal family, by some Ibibio. Then Pabio that gave the barracks road that they're staying, this colonial people. Now what it says is that there was a scenario where the people were actually speaking and they could not hear. You know, they said something. Yes, they said something that was stupid, and they were clapping. So when they come to interpret it to my great grandfather, you know what the white says. He says he advocated from that time that the white men should use our language to rule us. Else, there will be a problem. That was why he came up with this slogan, Makara. Let me tell you that mathematics that some of us are having problem with is as a result of the terminology of mathematics, the English they're using, you know, because mathematics, the background of mathematics is in plus, minus, subtract, addition. That is the foundation, multiplication. But every other one will be a logic to see if you really understand how to get that solution done. But you will see that the background is either it will be a minus, or it will be a plus, or it will be a multiplication, or will be subtraction. Am I making sense? But the point is that since you don't understand the language they are using, they will tell you find x, and you don't know that x is a subject. You understand? That they want you to illustrate so that they know if you understand what that subject really means. So now the point is this, that you see the country that grow technologically are country that use their language of origin, because you would not be struggling to interpret the meaning of what they are communicating to you, but it will sink into your brain directly. That's why we are using everything we taught our people, we are using Ibibio language. And when they are using English, I tell them after the English, interpret it. If you don't interpret, don't leave that class.
Okay, Pastor Emopeyon, let me ask you this last question before we call it a wrap on the program. You know, Nigeria is a multilingual society where we have many dialects, yes. many languages, and it applies. Each ethnic group has, we know, their own language, and it makes it somehow, I don't know if that's why we cannot produce a lot as a country, as a nation. Like you mentioned China, like you mentioned American, the Russians, the Japanese, they have what they have produced that people can actually trace the production to them, or to what the people can actually, or the world can say, okay, car tires are mostly made in Japan. And Chinese have also brought out cars and all of flying cars and sinking bridges, bridges that can actually sink and then come out on its own, and all of that. So is that why Nigeria has not been able to, you know, we say Nigeria has produced this. If you come to Nigeria, you can always find this particular thing produced in Nigeria. Is the multilingual problem the issue? Is it a very big issue in Nigeria that we can't say, okay, Nigeria produces phones, or Nigeria produces laptops, or Nigeria produces textiles, or whatever? So what is the problem? Is it the language, like you say?
Well, Nigeria, if I may come to Nigeria own is political.
Okay.
You know, Nigeria own is certainly political and leadership. Let me tell you that at least with the Golden Messiah, the emergent of the Golden Messiah, His Excellency, our Governor Moino, we now know what leadership is all about.
Okay.
Now let me come. I want to balance what I'm saying, what you asked me. Now the thing is this, that you see, once once you are not able to unite the platform that they're using, they will create a problem. Because if I'm telling you come, you will not come. And that come matters a lot in a production that we want to do. So that's the problem. It's not the language per se. But I am saying that once you want people to be creative, when you speak English, interpret.
Okay.
English should not be taken out, because it has become a major language in the world over. It is a form of communication,
an official language,
but it is not a measure of intelligence. But when you want somebody to be intelligent, as you're speaking your English, please interpret, so that the person, do you know that if not for the interpretation of the Bible to our local languages, the Christianity would have not been able to sink to the locals.
All right. Thank you so much, Pastor Emopeyon. At this point, Pastor Emopeyon, I would like you to give an advice to people who are still looking for what to do to help themselves, people who was. I have actually heard that the government of Akwa Ibom State, they have in their magnanimity opened a portal to employ 3,000 people. And when you look at, I don't want to go into that deeply, the 3,000 people that the government wants to employ. I'm sure it's not going to be enough. It's not going to go around all the sectors. But at this point, a lot of graduates are going to give their CVs, and if they are not called, they are going to be uproar, especially on social media. On Facebook, people are going to come there, complain, I applied for the job, my name has not come out, this, that, and a lot of complaints. So at this point, you still find out that there are so many unemployed people in Akwa Ibom State. There are so many people who are actually waiting for state. Yes, they can be doing skill, but they still need government work, because they feel the government work is sustainable, it's pensionable, it will help them in future. So what's your parting shot on that direction, so that we can call it a wrap?
Okay, the pretty Dora, thank you for that question. To me, I will answer that question in my own way and understanding. You know, I'd gone to school like every other person, but I didn't go to school for a job, white collar job. I went to school to get knowledge. And I did business administration. I read business administration. And today I can tell you that there's nobody, and my retirement is already secured, because I have invested. I've done all I need to do. I can't struggle for retirement, this thing. And then if it does not come, then I begin to die. I would not die. Already my own, I have planned my own retirement. The point is that we believe in this white collar job so much. 3,000 is not enough. But what the government is doing, preparing all those packaging programs, that is the empowerment program, and also encouraging you to be skillful, productive. Please try. Get one. You never can tell. Madura, you are doing an independent program now. Yeah. Watch out how it's going to be in the next 10, 5, even 1 year. You will see that it is better, even better than when you were under a stereotype salary. You know? So this is a problem that we have. We need to grow above civil job. We need to know that we need to be industrialized. There is nobody that is unemployed. It's only if you refuse to do your own job. That's why I used to come with this slogan: your talent is your job and your million. When I came up with 1 million job of a thing, people said it's scam, because they didn't understand that it is about the inside job outside. What do you have in you? I give you a way out, like I gave Jamaica, like I gave Mos Armstrong, like I gave Pastor Guri, like I gave some of the people who are doing paints and all the perfumes and the rest of the thing. And they are doing it. Even some of them, you'll be shocked that if you go and tell them that come and get a paid job, they will tell you what for. Because they are going to calculate the measure of their interest and what they are doing. The freedom they have, they sleep when they want to sleep, they rest when they want to rest, and they are making the money. And the world is too big for you to be poor. Okay. A little boy like Mark Zuckerberg with Facebook become the richest person in the world. Can't you become that? You can do that. There are a lot of our local things that we have here that the world does not know. You are the one to do that documentary. You read history, you did this, you do that, and you are all waiting for government job. Government cannot employ everybody. Please do respect. I'm not insulting everybody, but I'm only saying that government is only to make policies, government is only to assist. But we are the one that will assist the government and make the world a better place. The government has done well, like the government president, Tinubu. He has done well. He has closed border, so that if you have what to sell, you make it. If you produce your part, model part, they will buy it. So what else do you need? Take me to desert. If I don't finish the old sand in the desert and turn it to something else, then you say it's not 1 million job for money.
Okay, thank you so much, Pastor Mekweyo, also known as the 1 million job. That was a beautiful moment, sharing his entrepreneurial study skills and everything that he has, which has to do with skill acquisition. Thank you so much, Pastor Imoy, for being my guest on the program.
Thank you.
And for you there, thank you so much for keeping faith and staying to the end of this program. I thank you so much. Please do not forget to tune in on Saturday by 5:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. for this program. And then don't forget that you can watch this program on Facebook. You can watch this program on YouTube. Don't also forget that this is an independent program that needs your sponsorship, it needs your partnership, your women group, and every other government, private organizations, you can find yourself into this program. You can as well call 0703 1251 348 to speak directly with the producer of the program. Thank you so much for your time today. I remain your host, and until I come your way again next week, the same time, I am Dora Okwobase. Bye.